Hello, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Karen, and SA in Victorian female prison, thanks to Julia Gillard, our first trans Prime Minister.
All right, to understand all of this completely, you need to go back to 2007. And this person, Clinton Rintoul, he was convicted of murder in 2007. He was convicted of killing a 19-year-old man. Now, when he went to court, he was described as a very violent attack, a murder, okay? And I think when we talk about murder, obviously there's crimes of passion and you're protecting someone, as self-defense. No, this is a violent attack. The court described the crime as extremely violent, and Clinton was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Fair enough, right? There was no disputes. Everyone knew that this was a violent crime, and this person was fucking evil. Whilst incarcerated in Victoria's prison systems, Rintoul Clinton decided to gender transition because, I don't know, bored or whatever. Now, the timeline isn't clear and it hasn't been made public how long it actually took for the transition to take place and how long it took before they were transferred to a women's prison. But they were sitting around one day and they thought, you know what, let's take that. I'm a woman now. Hooray, good work. And because all of this happened in prison, under the guidelines of the Victorian government, you then have to basically say, well, you're a woman now and let's protect your gender. Let's send you to a female prison because you're now a woman and you've always been a woman. Oh my God, how did we put him in the men's prison to start with? This is crazy. We've made a terrible mistake. Quick, in with the ladies. Come on. What's wild about all of this is there was no public hearing. The courts weren't involved. The prison officials weren't involved. This came down to government. And the government of Victoria are extremely woke and their laws reflect this.
I think it's more than they're woke. I think they get off on it. Like I can imagine Jacinta getting her vibrator out of her drawer and buzzing away under her desk. And you know who else I think gets off on it?
We'll have the next question here. But please get ready on this side of the room. I'm going to start swapping back.
Hello, my name is Biddy O'Loughlin. Thank you for holding this event. What is a woman? And do you agree with Queensland's Attorney General Minister for Women, Sharon Fentiman, that trans women are women, and with the UK's leader of the Labor Party, Sir Keir Starmer, that some women have a penis?
Look, I'm very happy to answer your question, but I do worry that, and I should just say, I spend around half of each year in the UK. And in the UK, this has turned into a kind of got you parlour game. So if you're listening to the radio, you literally, there'll be some person on there from London City Council who's trying to tell you why the traffic's not going to flow well that day. And the journo will be saying, and can you tell me what a woman is? To try and create these gotcha moments. And I think we've just got to move away from all of that and just come at this once again from first principles and say to ourselves, we as a community are full of people with diverse stories and diverse life experiences. Amongst that rich diversity, which as Francis says is powerful, there are a number of people who genuinely believe that they are trapped in the wrong body and they want to be recognised as the gender that their mind and soul have for always told them that they are. And that doesn't go one way, it goes both ways. People who have transitioned from being men to being women and women who have transitioned to being men. And I think we've just got to say, like we'd want to show everybody else in the community, love, inclusion and respect, we should do that for each of those individuals. And then there are a set of issues that need to be thought through about prison arrangements, about fairness in elite sport, those sorts of things that we're up to thinking about and working through if we try and do it inclusively. And, you know, most people in their lives won't end up playing elite sport. Most people in their lives won't end up in prison.
And if there's a video of it, I reckon she'd have a good spank of her girl dick. Anyway, she's got a big forehead, she's got big hands, and she looks like she's had something done to her Adam's apple. Her shoulders appear wider than her hips, and it looks like she could get 3 skulls across those shoulders. And when she walks, it doesn't look like her hips go up and down.
She may be a head of state, but it was Australian Prime Minister Julia Gillard's footwear that made headlines Wednesday. This epic fall from grace, all because of the staple of a woman's wardrobe, the all too often hazardous high heel.
If you wear a heel, it can get embedded in soft grass. The rest of it is as you saw.
It was a bit hard to see. Let's check you out walking in pants.
You're doing well. I'm getting tracks on the back.
And she appears to be embracing the bulge as well, so how stunning and brave. Now, maybe I'm wrong and she isn't trans, but that's okay because trans women are the same as women, whether they've had surgery or not. And it would be transphobic of her to call me out. And that'll do. See you later. Bye.